All right, so welcome everyone to our live webinar today, Maximize Your Giving Season Fundraising Potential with Candid Profiles. My name is Chris Bunting. My pronouns are they, them, and I'm the head of learning here at Candid. I also want to introduce Winnie Chan, who will be speaking for much of the presentation today. She's a product manager, and so happy to have her speaking to you about seals and Candid profiles and giving season. We recognize it's an important time for nonprofits to be raising money. So thank you for joining us today. We also have a range of folks who are behind the scenes today, Moni, Joyce, and Dorothy, who are all joining us to field your questions behind the scenes. And you've already been seeing Moni drop some resources in chat. So know that we're here for you. Let's kick off the webinar itself, Maximize Your Giving Season Fundraising Potential with Candid Profiles. We recognize giving season is a huge time for nonprofits to raise donations towards the end of the year, and with Giving Tuesday coming up as well. So to get started, what is the Candid in Candid Profiles, you might be wondering? Well, you might know us already by other names. So in 2019, two organizations, Foundation Center and GuideStar, came together to form Candid. And as we formed Candid, both organizations were nonprofits, and Candid is a nonprofit. And as the nonprofit Candid, every year millions of nonprofits spend trillions of dollars around the world, and Candid finds out where that money comes from, where it goes, and why it matters. So we get you the information you need to do good. So that's a little bit about Candid and our origin story. So we're 3 years, I guess coming on 4 years old now. And we want to focus on challenges that you may be facing in ways that we can address them. So do any of these challenges sound familiar? Donors don't know we exist. We need to raise money, but we don't know any rich people. Or I'm new to fundraising and don't know where to begin. I'm seeing the thumbs up. I know this resonates. We hear it every day. So we want to give you tools at Candid that will help you address these challenges and to connect with folks. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Winnie, who will speak to what we'll be covering today in our agenda. And thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Chris. So, hey everyone, my name is Winnie Chan, and I am the product manager for the Profile Update program here at Candid. I'm super excited to be here today to talk to you about our Candid Profiles and Seals program and how you can use this to get ready for Giving Tuesday. Today, I'm going to cover a bit about Giving Tuesday, the preparation of it, how you can use your Candid profile, how to earn seals, and why that matters. And quick note on Giving Tuesday. So this year, Giving Tuesday is November 28th. It's coming up in just about a month and a little bit further. Last year, donors gave a whole $3.1 billion. So it's a really important day to kick off at end of year giving season. We know that that's super important. And we always encourage folks to start prepping for it early on your social media, on your website, and also on your Candid profile. Go ahead and move on to talk about how you can use your Candid profile to showcase your organization's work. So for those who are just beginners, what is a Candid profile? It's a tool for sharing your organization's story, and it's a quick and easy way to showcase all the hard work that your organization does all in one place. And it allows the millions of donors and funders that come through this site to get to know you. Your profile gives potential donors all the information that they need. If they have any questions about your organization, it gives them that answer before they need to ask. And not only that, it also powers platforms such as Facebook, Network for Good, and other donor-advised funds so that users and donors of all these other giving sites can also learn about you. Here's a list of some of our partners in each of these categories. We'll touch a little bit more about our tech partner, Apple Pay, later. Major donor advised funds are on this list. Big giving platforms, which also links back to your Candid profile. So if people are looking at organizations via giving platforms, they'll get to see your Candid profile. And then grants management software too, which if you're applying for any grants online, a lot of foundations use a grants management software. And we're linked to that so that any grants officer can see your candidate profile as part of their grant making process. So you can enter in your information once on Candid, and it goes to a bunch of different places to help you get donations. Here's a quick example of your information on Fidelity, for example. That's a major donor advised fund. In 2021, there was $234 billion worth of money that passed through donor advised funds. So it's a big way that you can earn donations. And through that, donations can search for a charity within their account and then see your full candidate profile from their account. So again, sharing your information in one place at Candid can get you very far in other places as well. All right, moving on to why seals matter. So we have 4 tiers of seals here at Candid, and mainly this is a way to help guide you in terms of what information is important to fill out. We know there's a lot of information you could be sharing, and it just helps you narrow down what's important first, and then what other people are looking for as you increase your tiers. At the bronze level, that's the first point of entry, it helps donors find you. That's where you want to share your mission and some basic contact information and keep that up to date, and so that people can find you. At the silver level, it helps guide funding decisions. You can provide program level information and brand details so people know what it is that you're working on. At the gold level, you can gain trust and support by sharing your financial information, demographic information, and further leadership information. And finally, at our highest level, the platinum level, you get to highlight your impact. You can showcase your metrics, your progress, your results, and what it is that your organization is working towards. And seals help you develop an online presence and lets people get to know you and find out about you and save you time by allowing you to share your profile to anybody. We know how long it takes to put together reports about your work. I'll touch upon that a little bit later when we get to the benefits section, but there are a bunch of benefits to earning a seal, including giving donors the information they need to fund you, and increasing your visibility on all of our 220 partners, and it saves you time to just update your information all in one place. So moving on, I'm going to cover how you can actually earn a seal of transparency. So to get your 2023 seal, there's 3 simple steps. You can first access your profile, update the required information, and then hit a publish button. In order to access your profile, first you need to create an account on guidestar.org. Once you go to guidestar.org, you can hit the create account button up top and get an account. Once you're through with that, you can hit the update nonprofit profile button, also up top, and claim your nonprofit candidate profile. So you can search for your organization, then fill out a short form to validate that you indeed are connected to this organization as a staff member, a volunteer, board member, to claim your account. We always recommend that you use your work email to sign up for a candidate account. That will help us validate your connection much, much faster, so that we know that you definitely work at your organization. Once you are through with claiming your organization's profile, you can go back and hit that update nonprofit profile button once again, and you will see your organizations listed here. You want to go ahead and hit the edit button, and that will launch you to the update page of your profile update tool. Here, and I'm going to actually go from here to switch over to our web page view so you can see me demo this live. So same screen that you just saw here. You can click on any of these to start updating your profile. We have all of the requirements listed here for the seals of transparency for bronze, silver, gold, and platinum, and a bunch of other optional sections that can also help you beef up your profile and share information that others might be looking for. So in order to get started with bronze, you can click on contact information, and that will get you to the form. All of the required fields are marked by an asterisk, so you can just go ahead and go through that. We ask for you to double check your organization name and EIN, fill in your mailing address, fill in your website. And this is something new that we just added this year that I also want to share. We are asking you to share a link to your website for others to learn how to support your organization, whether it's for volunteering, for donating supplies, or giving to your organization. We're asking you to share a link to your site only and not a third-party donation link. And this is where it shows up on the profile, right here. Learn how to support this organization. It's right at the top, so you can very clearly see, anyone coming to your profile can very clearly learn how to support your organization. And if I click on this, this is what candidates look like. We have all the different ways to support us all in one page, one page. And it's a great way for anyone coming upon your profile to quickly learn how to support you and to donate to you. And we wanted to make that available so that when you share your profile, others can find that very easily. Moving back on track to finishing your bronze, you also want to share your primary contact information, double check and fill in your donation information to make sure that it is sending it to the right place. And we have some tooltips here to help you to make sure you're getting the right information in there. Your mission statement, your subject area that best describes your organization's work so that people can, find you and understand what you're working on. And then finally, your leader's information. Once you're done with that, you can hit publish, and it will launch you to the second step of publishing. You want to make sure you check all the boxes for program terms. And very importantly, if you want that information to be shared to other sites that we talked about, all of our other partners, you want to turn this on in order to be able to get that shared with other partners. You want to hit the Publish Now button, and that will get you to your benefits section, which I'll cover in just a second of what these benefits are, but this is where you'll land to figure out. I'm going to go ahead and go back to our PowerPoint presentation and kind of talk through a little bit more of our benefits. And this is for seal holders or anyone who doesn't have a seal yet. These are all some of the things that you can take advantage of as a seal holder. One big thing that we really like to tell people about is Apple Pay. It allows people who want to give to you immediately and right away. It can allow a donor to just give a donation in a few taps, and you don't have to get up and go look for your credit card. Simplifies the whole experience of giving. And all you have to do is simply earn a current year bronze seal, contact your donation platform. And if they're not on Apple Pay yet, don't worry, you can email support@candid.org for help, and we'll get you through that. And we have a little link here to help you learn more about how to set up for Apple Pay. And then the next thing that we're also excited to share is the shareable full profile link. We know that putting together an annual report and updating that very regularly is tedious, and it's a lot of work and takes up a lot of time. With the shareable full profile link, you can make updates anytime, and it will appear on Candid's profile, and it's fully formatted. So you can send it out in your newsletter, you can post it on social media, you can give the link out at conferences whenever you're meeting with potential funders or donors that you're talking to, and it allows them to get to know you quickly and see all of your work. And if you are a small nonprofit under 1 million in revenue, we have a bonus for you. If you earn a gold seal, we can give you a coupon for Foundation Directory Essentials for 1 whole year. And Foundation Directory Essentials is a tool that will help you find funders and connect with them and find more opportunities for funding and places to apply to for grants. It is super helpful to stretch how much more you can look for funding. So if you are a smaller nonprofit under 1 million, we highly recommend that you get to gold and take advantage of this benefit. Finally, as a review, it's very easy to get to bronze. We just need some contact information, some donation information, mission, your subject area, and your leader name. We always tell you that you should check your payment and billing address for accuracy to make sure that the information getting to your donation platforms is the right information to get you money that you need. And don't forget to hit publish. Hitting that publish button and then checking those boxes is super important to get that to actually show up on your profile. And it will take a couple minutes for that to show up. And key tips overall, make sure you claim your nonprofit's candidate profile. Make sure you stand out with a seal of transparency, and sharing your profile will help you get additional funding. So make sure you take advantage of that unique profile link. And if you are someone who has already earned a seal, consider earning a higher level seal that will help fill out your profile. We know that not everyone has time to get through everything in one go, but earning a seal, higher level of seal will basically guide you to share more information, and you can always use that to share with funders and anyone else who's interested in your work.
With that, I think we can jump into questions. So thanks, Dorothy, for joining as well on camera. It's great to see you. One question just to get started is, can you tell us a little bit more about the shareable profile link, how to get access to it, and how it can be used?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm actually going to go ahead and share my screen again to that benefits section that I talked about. So once you updated your information, hit publish, you'll get to see benefits. Scrolling down, you'll be able to get to the section that says share your full profile. You can also navigate it and find it in this kind of menu setting right here. And you just have to hit this get full profile link. And that's a link that you can copy and share in your social media, newsletter, email, any way that you want to. There's also a way for you to preview your profile before you send that out in case you want to update any other information.
Awesome, great. And yeah, I mean, I think another piece of just that shareable profile link that I didn't entirely wrap my head around until I really got to know it was that folks can see the full detail. So possibly if someone simply Googles you, they can't see the full profile, but if you share that full profile link, then they can see all of the details within your profile. So that was definitely powerful to me. So with that, I have another question. Are there any costs associated with getting the seal?
No, we don't charge nonprofit information any amount to just share their information with us. So it is all free. Earning a seal is free. Getting a candidate profile is free. Sharing the profile to as many people as you want, it's all free.
Awesome, great. And can you tell us a little bit more about getting on the radar of donor advised funds? I know you spoke earlier about the fact that donor advised funds pull information in from Candid profiles. Does that also power how folks might be able to search for nonprofits on donor advised funds, or do you have any other advice on how folks can get on donor advised funds radar?
Yeah, so typically with a donor advised fund, individuals will have access to a site, and then they will be able to search for organizations based on certain criteria. So if you fill out your bronze level profile, we ask for things like what is the area that you work in, your subject area. So filling out those fields, as well as in the silver section, we also ask for what is your target population, who are you trying to serve. So getting as much of that information in will certainly help guide what shows up in a donor advised fund, and they will find you that way. Typically, it's a lot of individuals searching and entering their own search terms, so I can't speak to the individual experience, but getting your GuideStar and Candid profile filled out would be the important first step.
Yeah, basically, to jump in there, if you think about it, you need to provide donors and funders information to guide their giving decisions. So the more information you provide in your Candid profiles, it helps them decide if they want to give to you. And it's important that you keep that information up to date And then the bare minimum we ask, and Chris mentioned this before, and someone actually mentioned this in the chat, is if you don't do anything after this webinar, the only thing I ask you to do is at least check that your donation information in your profiles is accurate, because we do hear a lot that money is sent, but it's sent to the wrong place because they are using the Candid profiles for that information. And we would hate to see that money go to the wrong, not being delivered to the right location.
Awesome. I see kind of there are kind of related questions that came in on chat recently and in Q&A recently, and also came up earlier about how to access and change leadership information on your profile. And maybe also a second question, Winnie, that or Dorothy, that you might also be able to speak to. So how to change like what leader is listed on your profile, and also how to give other folks access to manage the profile with you.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm going to move away from the slide again and go back to our demo view on the site. So to change your leader information, you can, go to the bronze section, hit on the leader. And for example, this is the leader of Candid. We have the first name, last name in here. You can also change the title. We know that there's managing director, executive director, chief executive officer. Those are all titles that are used for a leader. You can change that, add in a LinkedIn profile link if you'd like, or a short biography. Those are all options for your leader. And then if you are an organization with a co-leader, you can also check this. Yes, my organization has a co-leader option, and share your information that way as well. So that's how you can update your leader information. In terms of, and Chris, can you remind me what the second question was?
Sure. Thanks for bearing with me with the multiple questions. So you just answered the first question about how to change a leader's information on your profile. Is it also possible to assign folks to help you manage your profile? So let's say, for example, a board member would like to update, volunteer to update part of it, or, a program manager at your nonprofit. Can you add profile managers?
Yes, absolutely. So here is an add manager button that you can click on, and you can go ahead and basically, let's see if this works. We have a lot of folks at Candid here helping us out. You can add in a manager by typing in an email address, and then it will send a message to new managers that says, "Welcome to Candid. Here are the steps you need to take in order to accept this invitation." And we always recommend that you take advantage of this because it's much easier to just click on a link, create an account, and get immediate access instead of going through the process that we talked about, claiming an organization to show that you are definitely connected to that organization. So please feel free to take advantage of that. You can find that button right here under the update page. And if you go to your update nonprofit profile page, there's also an assign manager button that does the exact same thing.
Yeah, we had a question about someone who was new to the org. You can simply register on GuideStar with your work email address is always best. And with your work email address, we'll be able to 100% validate that you have permission to update this profile, and you'll be able to get going straight away. So that's another option if you're new to the organization.
Great. We have a kind of broader fundraising question. So this is around whether, what recommendations you have about doing an annual appeal, whether to wait for after Giving Tuesday or set it up before. Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, so this is from our development team here at Candid. We're a nonprofit ourselves. We go through this fundraising cycle every year, just like you all. And I can tell you now that fundraising is a year-round activity. You definitely should not just wait until after Giving Tuesday. You need to be starting to warm the donors up, the funders up, and then start making sure that they're aware of the great work your nonprofit does. And this can be done through sharing your profile with them with the shareable full profile link. And we strongly advise definitely during Giving Tuesday and giving season, that's when you do like kind of step up the accelerator and like really amplify the work you do to as many people as possible. Because that is a very heavy individual donation giving period, but fundraising is year round. So definitely don't wait.
All right. And another question is around, I noticed, seals have years on them. So one question that came in was, is there kind of a period of time that seals are active, or that you should come in and update the information on your profile? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, we always recommend that you come in and update your information annually. So we allow you to keep your seal for, into the next year if that's needed. For example, if you have a 2023 seal and you updated it now, next year we want to make sure that you're still taken care of. So you can keep your 2023 seal, but in 2025, essentially, your 2023 seal would expire. So make sure that you come in annually to update your information. And sometimes if you're just in the bronze or silver section, it's just a matter of double checking that the information is still correct. A big part of us displaying that seal is to help people who come to our site know that this profile has been looked after and verified by the organization. So we can't have that go on for many years and nobody come in to update mission statement or address in case those things change. So we always recommend that you come in annually to update your profile and make sure that all the information is up to date.
Awesome, great. And I know we're already planning for a webinar in 2024 when the 2024 seals come out. So you can be on the lookout for that in, I think, around February next year as well. So we'll definitely have communications coming out. If you claim a seal this year, we'll definitely have communications about the seals as they come out for 2024. So know that that's also a piece that we'll communicate with you as we will communicate with you as you earn seals. Another question that came up around boot camp that I can briefly answer. So if there's a conflict for boot camp, will it be offered again in 2024? And do we have dates available? I do not currently, we do not currently have dates planned for boot camp, but definitely maybe let us know. Dorothy or Winnie, could either of you remind me what's the best email address for folks to reach out to?
If you send an email to support@candid.org, we'll be able to funnel that through, and we can put you on the wait list and let you know when the 2024 dates are being released. Or another great way is if you just register on Candid Learning. An email will 100% be going out letting you know when the new boot camp is live, and you can make sure that you're just that you receive the information in a timely manner. So that's another option.
Great, thanks, Dorothy. And I will plug one other free training that we recently launched. It's called Crafting Compelling Grant Proposals. That is, it's not a live offering, but it is a more robust, it's an e-learning course, so it's self-paced, where we do cover the key elements of a proposal and some tips for each part. So not at the bootcamp level with live training with trainers, but it is an on-demand course that's also available around writing grant proposals.
Chris, I did want to plug something. We seem to be getting a lot of questions in the chat and the Q&A about help. Some people struggling with uploading logos or accessing PDFs. Please, when you go to guiso.org, there's actually a chat functionality. That's actually a real person behind that chat. Simply ask them that question. And if they're not available, drop them an email at support@candid.org, and we'll be able to get back to you and help you with any of your seal questions as well.
Okay, great. Dorothy, are there any other questions in Q&A that you would elevate?
Someone mentioned like, does it reflect poorly if you only have a bronze seal? Absolutely not. It's up to you how far you go in the seal program. I will say, as you provide more information, you earn a seal, and you give donors and funders more insights into your organization. So it doesn't look poorly, but it does help you present your nonprofit in the best way by providing as much information out there as possible. So that is the time. I know it takes a bit of time, but there is a benefit for applying a bit of time into your profiles.
Thanks, Dorothy. And Winnie, I welcome your thoughts on this. I mean, my impression was always, there are certain things that donors search for. So like under silver, getting programs information, or gold, getting to know like financials, platinums, metrics, especially getting to know your impact. So I don't know if you have any additional thoughts on that about why we have what folks might be searching for to make nonprofits more visible as they earn various seals.
Yeah, absolutely. The seal system is set up so that we prioritize information that funders are looking for, and we make it easier to help guide, there is a lot of information out here, as you can see, help guide a user going through it to figure out what they should fill out first. So funders like to look at program level information. They like to look at your financials and get your most up-to-date financials. Another thing that funders have been more and more focused on is demographics. So we do have leader demographics in the gold section here, but I would say that the optional sections, demographics for board members and your senior staff, are also very important to help funders understand who makes up your organization. So I would say those are some things that funders look out for. Your results on top of that, the metrics section here is also something that funders have been looking for.
Great. And we recently launched a very short, should take you less than 10-minute course on how to gather demographic information and share it on your profile, but just to plug that as an additional resource. And I know there was one question also that came in on Q&A around maybe you're a younger organization, you've been around for 1 or 3 years. Is it still worth claiming your profile and updating it?
Yeah, absolutely. In fact, we encourage younger organizations to claim their profile so that they can build that presence. Especially when you're trying to get your name out there, you're trying to get other people to see the work that you're doing, your candidate profile is super helpful to showcase all of that. You can start listing, what it is that you're trying to solve as an organization, what programs you have, what are some things you're measuring to keep track of your progress. And that will help you establish some credibility by earning a seal of transparency, and showcase that you're willing to share your impact and your work. And then also, like I said earlier, you can share this profile with potential funders so people can see the work that you're doing. And it makes you findable on guidestar.org and on all of our other partners' website as well.
All right. And I think we have time for maybe one more question. And so a question came in about perhaps you don't remember when you updated your profile. How can you kind of tell what your profile currently looks like or what the next step is there?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you go to the Update Nonprofit Profile tab, it shows you what seal level you're in. So if you have expired, or if you don't have a seal yet, it will tell you to get your bronze. And then this will tell you, what your seal level is. And then if you hit edit, we will also give you a little tag here. For example, if your financial information hasn't been updated in a year, we'll give you a little update tag. If there's anything new since the last time you've been here, we'll also put a little new tag next to it. So that helps you help showcase, what you need to focus on and what you need to update.
we recognize we covered a lot of information. So we have this slide. Thank you, Winnie, for pulling it up on the fly of key tips for you to take away. First one is, if you haven't already, claim your nonprofit's Candid profile, and so that you can share information about the great work that you're doing and help people connect with you. And as you stand out with seals of transparency, you can unlock a range of benefits that we shared today, and share that profile to get funding. Using that unique full profile link will allow folks to see all sorts of information about what you do day to day. So with that, know that we will be following up by email. It will include a link to the recording of today's session, and we look forward to seeing you in more free learning offerings here at Candid. So thank you so much for spending time with us today. Big shout out to all of the folks also behind the scenes, Moni and Joyce, Dorothy and Winnie on screen. Thank you all for your time today, and we welcome your feedback on the webinar. Thank you so much. Have a fabulous day.